Welcome everyone. So this is the our first video of installing Checkpoint SMS on VMware. So this entire lab is built on VMware Workstation. So I'm not going to install in VNet because it's the first type of lab we are going to configure only on VMware. So here is the topology. So I'm going to configure everything in step by step. So today we are going to only install SMS and basic configuration on SMS, Checkpoint SMS. Checkpoint SMS is a security management server where we create policy and push the policy on our gateway. So I'm going to create our first VMware lab. So you can see what we are going to do. So this is our host adapter. We are going to configure other LAN segment for our LAN DMG, and we are going to access internet through net adapter. So we have to configure some basic network settings. So go to your VMware. First of all, we have to configure basic network settings, like we have to go to virtual network editor and change the settings. Click yes. So basically we have to configure our host only adapter. So I'm already configure my host only adapter in this network 192.168.100.0 in our lab. Our management interface should be on this network. For my lab, I take this network. You can take whatever you want, but I'm only going to use this network. For our net adapter, because we are going to access internet through net adapter, I'm not using bridge. So I'm going to give this IP. So I'm going to configure our net adapter settings. So give this IP. I'm going to give 203.0.113.0. So basically this is our net adapter IP, and we have to configure net setting for gateway. So I'm going to give the gateway IP is 203.113.254. This is our gateway for net adapter. So press OK and check the configuration. Our host only 192.168.100.0 and our net adapter on 203.0.113.0. So apply and press OK. So this is basic configuration first of all you do. Then we are going to install our SMS on VMware. So now we are going to configure a virtual machine for installation of SMS. So open your VMware workstation, create new virtual machine. Select custom option and click next. I will install operating system later. Next we have to select any Linux version. I selected Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Click next and give this virtual machine name. I am going to give CP SMS because this is only for our security management server. So click next. Give number of processes. I'm going to give only 2, and we are going to give them minimum 4 GB. Click next. I'm going to use this only for host only networking. So check our SMS is on host network. So I'm going to connect on host only network. Click next, click next, click next. Create a new virtual disk. Click storage. I'm going to give 100 GB and store. Click next, next, and finish. So now we have to give ISO image. So download ISO image from Checkpoint. I already downloaded. So click here and give ISO image. Press OK. Now we are going to install CPSMS. This is the first lab video part 1. After the installation, we have to configure some basic installation on our SMS. Now press OK, select a language, then give it the system requirement. So I want to save log. So for log I am going to give minimum 30 GB storage. So I'm going to give 30 GB storage, 30%. Then press OK, give the password. I'm going to use password king 88321. Now we are going to press OK. Now we have to create four password for maintenance. So create password for maintenance. Now what we are going to give IP on SMS. So go to our topology. I'm going to give this IP 192.168.100.100 on our management. And what is gateway for our management? For gateway is going to dot 200 192.168.100.200 for our gateway. So go to our left and give the IP. I'm going to give 100.100 and the default gateway I'm going to use 200 for our gateway. So press OK and now we have to configure continue. So basic configuration and then installation of OS is start. So we have to wait few minutes after the installation. I'm going to access this on our web browser. So we have to access on web browser. So after installation, please do not remove the installation media. So we have to press enter. So our SMS is going to reboot, and then reboot we have to access our SMS through browser. So what we give the IP is 192.168.100.100. So our SMS is rebooting. We have to wait. So it rebooted successfully. So now we are going to access our SMS on browser. So open your browser, access to our IP which provide 192.168.100.100. So I'm going to access, go to advanced option, continue, and the user is admin by default, and I give the password is king28321. Now we have to install some basic configuration. Select next option, continue with configuration. This is our gateway, and select, and I'm going to give this name is CP SMS. And what is DNS? For my DNS is 192.168.1.1 binding, and we are going to use secondary DNS for Google and Cloudflare DNS for tertiary. Click next, click next, select your time zone and click next. This is our security management server, not security gateway. To untick this option, then click next and finish. This will be startup configuration and process. To wait for installation, after installation, you can see a fully web page of Checkpoint SMS. So our installation is completely done, and now we are going to access. You can see here. So this is our part 1. Thank you everyone.